your standards are just so low. And because they are so low, they are also dictating your results that aren't very good. And the reason why your results aren't good is because you keep your standards so low. And all of your routines and your habits and your choices, they're essentially telling everybody what your standards are. And, Tony Robbins said that, show me your rituals, I'll show you your standards. Show me your standards and I'll show you your results. And when he said this, he was really kind of like clear on the fact that so many people struggle to raise the bar. If you struggle to actually keep your standards high, then you're not only disappointing yourself, but you're also disappointing many people around you. And that's honestly what's been like such a big concept for me lately, is just understanding and being okay with all of these people really struggling to actually like hold their standards high, but also meet them or even come close to them. And so, you get your routines, right? You get your habits and you get your choices. And if you do not align all of that with the standards that you set for yourself, then your results aren't going to be good, right? Like they're going to suck. You're going to suck, primarily because you don't know how to actually raise the bar. So your standards really should be higher. And how do you set these? Like, what does it take for you to set these in place and actually live up to them? Well, first you have to ask yourself, what is it that I want for myself? What do I want for my career path? What do I want in a relationship? How much money do I want to earn? What do I want my body to look like? Like, actually know what you want for yourself. And the reason why that is so important is because once you know what you want, you're then going to set the boundaries in place. You're going to set the standard up for yourself. In other words, if you want to be a healthier person, you're going to probably go, I need to start eating healthier. I'm not going to eat out so much. That's going to be a boundary that you're going to put in place for yourself, a standard that you're going to be putting in place for yourself. You're going to be actually meal prepping. You're going to be counting your macros. You're going to be doing whatever you need to do to make sure that your nutrition is good. And then you're going to set up how many times a week you're going to be going to the gym or doing your training. And maybe it's 4 times, 5 times, doesn't matter. Your standard should always be aligned with what it is that you want. So if you're going to be in the gym 6 days a week, that's your standard and you hit that, right? You meet that standard. And then when it comes to you improving yourself in terms of your personal development, maybe that's meditating, maybe that's reading, maybe that's spending time alone, whatever it is, but you set that aside and you start actually like owning that. And then when it comes to relationships, you set the standard of what you want for yourself. So many people think that it's like not okay to want to be with someone that looks good, right? That you are then vain. Well, you know what? How about that vanity is actually a standard? Like having someone that's in your life that looks good is not a bad thing. It's actually you going, you know what? I appreciate that this person is going to the depths and the levels that they are to try to make themselves look good for themselves. Like that is amazing, right? That is amazing that someone would actually care enough about themselves, show themselves enough self-love, and then in turn, the result is actually good for you. And that's an incredible concept. But you know what? People just want to press the easy button and then call it vanity. And that's just stupid. Because in reality, it's not. In reality, it's really just someone that actually wants to take it like further, wants to actually go the extra mile. And then when it comes to you and your career path, you shouldn't be settling for less if you know your worth. So set the standard in place. If you want something, then you're going to have to like walk the path. Like you're going to have to actually push yourself, do better every single day. And maybe that is that 1% that everyone's chasing, right? Everyone's chasing 1% better every day, but yet they don't actually meet the standard of that 1%. And the reason why you don't meet the standard is because you fall short and you allow yourself the excuses, right? And all of these apparently, these like reasons why it's okay for you to fall short. And there's a difference between falling short and being stupid and falling short, but yet putting the effort behind you and you just missed. There is a massive difference in that. So when you are setting the bar for yourself, raise it up, like set it up so high that you are like, I don't know if I'm going to reach this, but I'm going to land somewhere very close. When you do this, then you're actually going to like have a much better chance of landing somewhere better than where you are. And it's been so disappointing lately when I've just seen all these people like not meet the standard that they set for themselves. Like they talk a big talk, but when it comes to action, they don't do anything, right? And that's disappointing. It's disappointing when someone actually believes in you. It's disappointing when others can see that you have capacity, that you have ability, but you don't see it for yourself. And at the end of the day, no one can make you do anything. No one. No one can make you feel anything. No one can make you do anything. Nothing is external to you. It's up to you, right? So someone can believe in you all they want. You have to believe in you. Someone can tell you how to feel all they want. You have to feel that. And when you do this, you'll understand that the reality is that you probably don't even live by a standard. The reality is that you probably float through life just going through the motions, pretty much on a rat race. You don't even stop and smell the roses. Like you don't even stop and understand that there is like this whole world out there that you could be chasing. But instead, it's easier for you to sit back, relax, and just watch the show. And that doesn't do anything for you. It doesn't do anything for anyone else. So like, start actually putting something in place. Like put a standard in place for yourself, something that you know that you can actually push yourself towards. When you do this, you're going to understand that you are making yourself a better person because you should be chasing something greater. You should be chasing confidence. You should be chasing strength. You should be chasing something better than what you were. And whatever that looks like for you, that's what you chase. And the better you become, the more opportunity presents. And the more opportunity presents, then guess what? The new standard will come up again. And so this is a never-ending game. Everyone thinks that there's just like this point at which you stop. You don't stop. You just keep going. And you don't ever hit this point where enough is enough, really, because it's never going to be enough. Even when you think that you have landed somewhere that you want to be, you'll reach that point and you'll go, I want more. Because it's just part of the nature. It's part of the human condition. We're never satisfied. We're truly never satisfied, even if it is for something that's not necessarily good for us. We're just never satisfied. So what you need to do is you need to start asking yourself some deeper level questions. What do you want for yourself? What standard are you going to have to put in place for you to meet that? And then what is your next move? What is the next action that you need to take? Who's going to help you along the way, right? What path do you need to follow to get there? Whatever it is that you do, right? Stop talking about it. It's so easy to just continue talking a bunch of shit when you could be spending so much time taking all the actions to at least move closer and closer to where you want to be. So it's your choice. You could keep talking or you could shut up and move.